Good afternoon, everybody. Wanted to hop on here. We can do a little market review, a little live trading. If there's anything we want to scalp at the end of the day, see what's going on into the next week here. And the market did rebound today. How about crypto and everything else? So let's go through and see everything, what it looks like. All information presented here is for educational and informational purpose only, not intended as financial advice. Always do your due diligence. There you go with the heat map. Look how green that bad boy got. So let's just go through everything real quick, see what's going on. Here's your SPY. It's up 11.95. And I'd say it looks pretty good right there. What did Trump tweet out? He said something. I know I posted it a little bit ago. Let me read it to you. Hold on. Let me find it real quick, and I'll read it to you. It says from the White House post or something. Biggest bull run ever starting now. And Trump had tweeted out, let the gains begin, he said. And that was earlier, I guess, on his Truth Social or whatever. So I'd say it started to cruise right there. Your Qs are way up as well. So there you go. And again, I still have a red flag up going into the weekend. You never know. Anything can happen right here. Yeah, it's running up. It does look like it bottomed out right there, but anything can happen over the weekend. So just beware of that. And your IWM right here, let's see what it looks like. And that bad boy looks like it started to move up, that's for sure. And it did. It started to run there. So there you go with your IWM. It is up right now. And yeah, I'd say that looks pretty healthy at the moment as well right there. I was playing that this morning, and there you go. So I thought that looked like it was getting bullish there, and it certainly did for IWM. So that did get cruising. Let's see what the rest of the market looks like. ONDS trying to bounce right back up from yesterday's down, and looks pretty good right there. Galaxy's running up. And let's go ahead and just look at crypto real quick as well, because look at that greenness right there. And somehow your world, whatever it is, what is this one called? World Fidelity. Well, I don't even know. World something. What the heck is it? It's the Trump one. I forget. Liberty Financial. That's what it is. Anyway, that one seems to be red for some reason. And I have no idea why, but there you go. Look at Bitcoin back at 70 right there. I mean, that took a huge dip yesterday. Obviously, what did it get down to? I forget what its low was. Was it 59 or something we said? Yeah, 59. It's already back to 70 right there. That's a heck of a bounce. And the rest of crypto kind of looking very similar. Here's Ethereum trying to bounce out. But again, you still don't have that exact curl up yet. It is down there at the bottom. We're trying to get out of the basement, but it could dip down a little more this weekend. That's for sure. And here is Ripple way down here as well. So definitely be keeping an eye on that, and Solana. So I'll be watching them guys to see what they want to do as the weekend and continues on and today ends. So I'll let you know. I'll keep you guys posted on the X and everything. UMAC right here jumping up. Now that looks like it's in a good spot to continue up. It was looking good earlier. And Redwire jumping back up there. So there you are. Rocket Lab, that was still coming down earlier, but now it's bouncing back up right there, as you can see. And there you are. So the market did turn right back around and got cruising right here. And Nuclear NKLR is up. And I'll tell you what, that looks like it's in a great spot right there. Let's look at SMR and Oklo right here. That's up. SMR, look at that bad boy, looking pretty good. And OKLO, let me type it in correctly, and we'll get there. There we are. And look at that thing. That's looking good. But that Nuclear is looking really good right here. NKLR. Look at that bad boy sitting in a good spot. It was starting to look in that spot yesterday, but obviously was dipping down there. But that looks like it wants to run and go cruising. So you can keep an eye on NKLR going into next week as well. And then, of course, your EOSE right here is up today and bouncing back. But again, are they all ready to absolutely bounce over the weekend and get cruising for next week? You don't know what's going to happen over the weekend. That's the thing. And Iron right here bouncing back up, but they did have some great bounces today. And again, they could easily dip down Monday morning. They're not definitely on their way up, even though Trump did put or something like that. He wrote that it was about to get bullish or buy to death. I don't know what the heck he wrote. I read it. But anyway, there you go. MP right here, that one's cruising up and looking pretty good. So I would say they look good at the moment, closing out on this Friday when they got destroyed yesterday and for most of this week. And then all of a sudden they're going to end amazing going in the Super Bowl weekend. So go figure. But UAVS if you bought any of them dips yesterday, you made out like a bandit today because it was working out for you. RGTI and all of these guys. So I guess maybe them dips were really good opportunities. Look at QMCO right there, and QBTS is that D wave quantum, and that's cruising along. Look at them things. So they do look pretty good. I have to say, IONQ jumping up pretty big today. Even your Z space was trying. Oh, it was up a little bit earlier. It's just kind of flat right there. But there you go. And your QTUM is trying to bounce back up. Let me know if you guys have anything in particular that you want to look at. We'll cruise through and look at a bunch of these. You saw right here trying to bounce. But again, that one doesn't look perfect right there. And UAMY is up $1. And it does have some resistance, and it does have to get through the MACD. And that's why I'm saying I'm not 100% sold that they're all ready to fly yet. So just keep that in mind as we go into the weekend. That's why I kind of wanted to hop on too, just to give you guys a little overview of what I could see here, and just let you know there's a little red flag still up, and you still don't know that it's exactly bullish. We'll see Monday. I mean, if they want to run Monday, then we have to hop into them. It's not a big deal. But if they want to pull back Monday, they're going to go down pretty good. And that's if something happens in Iran or something globally. You never know. Something could happen. The Super Bowl's happening this weekend. You could have something bad happen there. You just never know, guys. Something could happen, and that will throw the markets off. You guys know that. Obviously, something good could happen too, but there's a lot of things geopolitically going on right now. Let's put it that way. UNH looking a lot better right there, I must say. And MOH right here was taking a huge dip on its earnings. Look at that dip right there. Holy cow, that might be an opportunity. And Oscar was way down. And then they have earnings coming up. I think it's next week. Yeah, next week for Oscar right there. And the 10th is Tuesday. So they have earnings next Tuesday. Good old Oscar. So we'll have to keep an eye on that on Monday right there. And that's some healthcare ones. Excuse me. And then your Sinez Tech right here, that was cruising back up, and that looks pretty good right there. IMRX looks pretty good at the moment as well, has a little resistance right there. And your Chipotle right there was running up as well. That was trying to set up and had that nice pullback yesterday. Cracker Barrel's been looking good, and looks like Cracker Barrel wants to get cruising, guys. So if it wasn't a weekend, I think we'd be playing Cracker Barrel overnight. But again, I'm not messing with it over the weekend because who the heck knows what could happen. Boil right here is down. That's your natural gas right here. And your UNG, I tried to type in, I typed in UM. UNG right there is also down. So interesting right there. But then, oh, your Gush, that's what I meant to type in. Gush was up right there, and that's your oil and gas ones, and ExxonMobil and Oxy and these ones were looking pretty good the other day, and they still look pretty good right there. So that gives you a little idea. USO right here, not looking too bad. That looks like it wants to roll off the MACD and get cruising. So that is not bad right there for USO and some of these oil plays. And Chevron right here, CVX up a little bit right there. Still making a base up there, but could go a little higher. Not too bad right there, that's for sure. And let's see what else is going on in our fun list over here. Let me see if there was anything else in particular. ARM was looking pretty strong today in the morning, and it's still up and looking real strong. Look at that thing. That is looking really good right there. Grab was up too. And Oracle right here was trying to bounce. That one's not exactly ready, I don't think. And CoreWeave right here taking a nice big bounce up. So there you go with that. And check out Adobe still down right there. Interesting for Adobe. Marvell. This one was bouncing back up. We were talking about this. And here's your burner right here. This is running this morning and today as well. Look at that bad boy running up. And we obviously called that in the Discord yesterday. So that's way up. And we were saying it was our #1 pick today. So how are you, Michael Anthony? Friday afternoon, you're joining us right here. Yeah, I just hopped on to see how the market was doing, do a little review for everybody, see if anybody wanted to hang out on a Friday afternoon, see if there's any good trade opportunities. Again, I'm still kind of red flag. I like this burner, though. I'm going to swing this over the weekend. I do have calls on this, so I do have that. AMPX wasn't looking too bad either, and that was cruising right back up. So there you go. Look at that bad boy running back up for us. So there you are with AMPX. And the whole market kind of is, to be honest with you. Let's go ahead and look at our big caps, Mag 7 and them guys. Look at your SPY just cruising up there, guys. And it is looking pretty good right there. And it looks like it's pretty good to end the day, too. So, and your Qs also still kind of cruising their way up there, not looking too bad. So there you go. Where was that? 607 up to like 608 action. There you go. And that was a nice little dip right there. 3 o'clock when we hopped on. I saw it pulling back right there. That's why I was wondering. It ran right back up. Thought it was going to go higher. And there you go. It is ripping up there. So I should have just played that real quick right there. But anyway, no big deal to end the week. Still not a bad week right here. We still had a decent week, that's for sure. Remember, Apple smashed for over 200%, hit the Qs a few times. Didn't time them perfectly, but still made out on them, and some other good plays we had. So it wasn't too bad of a week, considering it was a really bad week in the market. I'd say it was really red until the last day right here, Friday. So that's what was happening. But yeah, you can see today is not so bad, that's for sure. But our SPY this week was kind of crazy all over the place. You can see, look at it. It was everywhere. But for 3 days there, it was definitely pulling back. And today it is popping back up there. Let's see what our Mag 7's doing right here. Apple, that does not look too bad. Remember, I was saying that still looked pretty good the other day. And it's still up a little bit, and it looks like it's still pretty good. Amazon down, but it did bounce, to be honest with you. It was under that 200, I think, this morning. It was like 200. Now you're at 208 and looking pretty good. So that was a nice little bounce play right there for Amazon. And let's check out Google. That is down today. Look at that. It started up high and did come down. That's interesting. I got to go back to that. Meta's down too. I know that. And that one has been pulling back a little bit, but I got to go back to that Google and see what that looked like right there. And that is an interesting look. That looks like it could pull back a little more. So, again, I'm not 100% positive that the market's ready to go crazy, but it is looking better today. Microsoft looking pretty good, trying to get out of that bottom, but not really curled up yet. Could stay in there and stay down there and make a base. So keep an eye on that, but it was a nice bounce up today. NVIDIA right here was bouncing up pretty well. And look at that, trying to curl up. So, again, we could have these wicked curl ups, and it can pull right back down on Monday morning with no problem, especially if something happens crazy over the weekend. So just keep that in mind, everybody. And Tesla right here back up and looking good today. They all look good today. They all look bad yesterday. That's how quick the market can change, guys, and that's why we're always on it. And AMC, we had been saying this thing was setting up again. I gave this out on the small cap show the other day on Monday, as a matter of fact. And GameStop, not too bad, too. So, yeah, them two look like they're doing pretty well, looking pretty good there to set up. And that is your AMC and GameStop. And then Chewy was up today, and that looks like it's trying to. And again, we'll see how the market conditions are Monday morning. And if they're looking good, these things are going to start popping, I would say, if nothing crazy happens over the weekend. Next week could be a great green week, to be completely honest. If after this week was kind of down, you could see a lot of good green action next week, which would be fun. And Unity right here, another one that would probably benefit from that. It would roll Netflix right there. Look at that cadence. That does look a little bit better right there. NFLX and AVGO right here was ripping the say. And look at that look. Remember yesterday it was trying to run up and it was hitting that support right there. And then today it just went flying right through. Your MU calls are up right there today, and that is looking pretty good right there. So there you go with MU looking pretty nice at the moment. And then your TSM was also up pretty big today, and that was running off of that trend line. And there you go. So they hit these trend lines and stuff, and they just go bouncing right back up no matter how red the market is, how bad it looks. Look at SMCI ripping along there today, and AMD right here closing strong as well after it's been dipping down, and that's setting up to look a lot better. QCOM looks pretty good as well, and that's trying to get bouncing back up after it dipped down pretty big. Snow right here, that had been coming down, and that's going right back up right there. So, yeah, you couldn't really play the market down too much today. It did bounce right back up. And remember, I say this, these red days are usually good opportunities. We should be taking advantage of them, that's for sure. And we took advantage of a few. You can't buy them all. But that's what they are popping right now. And obviously, I'd be locking in profits and be careful about holding them over the weekend. Like I said, I am going to hold some burner calls over the weekend. This one is looking pretty nice right here, and it is curling up like no other, and it still has that 20. I think you're going to get to that 15 before it dips down. Even if it pulls back a little, I still think you get up there. So up pretty good on them, and I'll let them cruise in, but that is the only one I'm going to really hold over the weekend right there. So there you go with that. And let's look at that Intel that was popping up there today, not looking too bad. And how about your Dell? And Dell right here looking a lot better after it pulled back. So hopefully that can get cruising. I said it was looking good. I've been saying it's been looking good. IBM's looking really good right there too. And then Palantir's ripping back up a little bit. And we'll see if that actually does when it gets set up. It's not exactly ready yet, but it could be getting ready. Sophie looks like it did bottom out though. And CNBC already said markets will have more pain next week. So that's from Michael Anthony right there. Did Burner report earnings? They did yesterday. I think Michael Anthony was yesterday. And yeah, don't ask me how they did, but they did report. We listened to the conference call, and I like the product, actually. Like I said, it is pretty dope, and it is looking pretty good, the stock chart as well at the moment. And this is Sophie right here. Marin Riot finally going up right here after getting destroyed. So these ones are popping back up pretty nice today. CLSK right here, good old Clean Spark. That one's popping back up. So a lot of good pop-up action, that's for sure. Even MicroStrategy, Sayers like, thank goodness I'm not going to work at McDonald's right now. So he's in better shape at the moment, at least. And we'll see how they hold up over the weekend. Robinhood definitely popping up. It's up over 12% right there. Coinbase also running up as well. And Bull is up. Oh, look at Bull ripping there. I didn't even notice, but Bull's up 12%. Wow. That one, Ben has some calls on that from today. They're paying out nice right there. That was a good look at Bull. Maybe we're finally going to get bullish. It just got out of the basement right there. Bull could get ripping right there. Good call for Ben. He actually nailed that one today. And let's see, Space right here is up a little bit today and not looking bad. Let's see Boeing getting cruising right there. That's curling up really nice. That is looking pretty good for your Boeing. And what about DJT or Trump Media right there? Not so bad. I mean, it could be better next week. Nike looks pretty good to get curled up. I'd say Nike does look pretty good. Let's see what Lulu looks like. That's up a little bit on that trend line. That could get popping, guys. Keep an eye on Lulu. That looks like it's setting up as well. And McDonald's is even going up a little bit more. It's taking some action from the green market and running with it. Disney running up right there. Luis Rodriguez and Oxy is up as well. So look at this market just rebounding right here. And it is kind of crazy. We thought it might be down in the morning, and that just reversed right around like it was no big deal. There's your DXYZ, your SpaceX one, and that is up a little bit as well. Let's see Dow surging over 1,000 points in final hour after hitting 50,000 for first time ever. So how about that, guys? Stocks roar back as Dow average hits 50,000 mark, and the Dow hits 50,000. The stocks rebound from tech sell-off. Dow hits 50,000. Nvidia soars as traders focus on AI spending, and the Dow surges more than 1,000 points. So there you go. Everyone's excited that the Dow just hit over 50,000. Look at that bad boy. So how crazy is that, guys? It went from yesterday to surging over 50,000. And your S&P's surging, and everything is looking pretty good right now. And like I said, Trump put out that tweet, and that's what your market looks like at the moment. Let's see what else is going on over here. What's happening? What's setting up that ZSL? Oh, yeah, that's what I wanted to look at. Gold and silver right here. And they are bouncing back a little bit and not looking bad. That does look pretty good right there for gold, and silver not looking bad either. Yeah, they look pretty good, I must say. REMX looking pretty nice, too, for a little bounce. And, again, we have to wait for the weekend to see what happens right here. And if anything major goes down, but I just wanted to go through the market and see what was going on at the end of the day after that big pop-up right there. Let's see what else is happening. SMX right there. Look at that one. SMX Security Matters or something. Yep, SMX Security Matters. Look at that thing run up like 100% today. So there you go with that. Not sure what they had. Announces something, amendment or something like that. So that one's popping in. SGP right there. That's a new one. Spyglass. And JZXN. That's a China auto truck and car dealership or whatever. We look at that one pretty often. CCHH. Restaurant one right there, and not familiar with it. RVSN, we do that. Real Vision, that's an Israeli one right there. PLSE, look at that big run up right there on that guy. And what else is going on besides your Dow's flying, Google's down, Amazon's down, the rest of the Mag 7's up right there. Let's see what Home Depot And Lowe's, they're not looking too bad right there. They look like they want to run. Look at that setup right now. So Lowe's looking pretty good, I must say. So keep an eye on that one. And let's see, what's that Sterling doing? That one, look with that big pop today. Holy cow, everything popping up. If you had shorts yesterday and calls today, you or puts yesterday, calls today, you did pretty well, I must say. So that's how fast this market will turn around and move on us. And you can see that all the time. Here you go, Michael Anthony. Even yours are popping back up right here. That ABEO and DLO right there, DLO, I mean, and UEC right here. That uranium play, that's even up a little today. Doesn't look perfect, but it's up. And there's that. Did you catch that LW? Did you sell it today, or are you going to wait for it to pop up some more? That was a nice pop right there. Look at that little dip and rip action from yesterday, Michael Anthony. And remember, we said from back here when it was down here at 43 that it would all the way get up there to 49, and there's your target. It just took a little too long. I didn't feel like holding it that long, to be completely honest with you. But anyway, it did work out pretty well. I forget when the options were even expiring for them ones. But anyway, that one was a good one, Michael Anthony, and I did play that one before. And your Tiger's up today right there. So check that out. It's trying to bounce right there. So everything looking pretty good. Check out the Tiger King interview, to Joe Exotic one that I did recently with him. It's pinned up on my X account. It's on in the YouTube as well. So Michael Anthony, did you check that out, Michael Anthony? And look at the news on Marvell. What news did they have? I didn't even see that they had news. Marvell Technology shares rise about 3% pre-market as Amazon's unexpectedly large 2026 CapEx plan and growing Trainium deployments boost expectations for sustained demand, while the company files for prospectus supplement with the SEC for a new securities offering. I don't even know what it's talking about, Michael Anthony. So I'll look at it, but I don't. What the heck's it even talking about? I don't even know what it said. Someone dummy that down to me, because I don't know what it's talking about. I'd have to copy and paste that in Chat GPT and tell me that I'm 5 years old. Explain it, and then it would, and then I would know what it meant. But I have no. What does that mean? I don't know. You told me to read the news, Michael Anthony. I don't know. I thought you know. I don't even look at news, nor can I even read correctly. And I have no idea what that says, to be honest with you. But it says something over there. The shares rise 3%, and now they're up 8. I know that, but that's about all I know. And I have no idea what that means. But there you go. What do we have in the after hours? Is there any earnings on a Friday after hours? Let's see. I don't see anything there. Earnings before. Was there no earnings after? I have to take a look real quick. Let me just see. I'll look on StockTwits. They always have them on there as well. And give me 1 second to hop on here and see where they are. There are a couple, but they all look like they might have reported. Maybe, I don't know, ITRM. See, Canopy Growth, that was today as well. I forgot that cannabis one was today. And it looks like they were a red earning. So, yeah, I bet most of them already reported. It looks like the majority of them, I'm guessing, reported at the beginning of the day. I don't see anything really big that's jumping out at me as I scroll down. So, yeah, I don't even see any really big ones right there. Nor do I see anything that we'd even care about after. CNC, remember we were looking at this one for a while. It says this one reported. Wasn't this a healthcare one? Yeah, that was a healthcare one, and that one kind of dipped down a little bit right there. But I think they all went at the beginning of the day right here. ITRM is what I tried to type in. And they had earnings right there. It says anyway. Not sure what it did. That could get rolling off. That could be a good penny stock right there for ITRM. And there you go with them guys. So let me see what else is going on. Let me see. Anything else? PAGS? Yeah, I don't know. The market's looking pretty strong at the end of the day, that's for sure. And there's that PAGS, and that's in a pretty good spot right there. What's NG right here, Michael Anthony? NG, let's see what it is. Nova Gold Resources, that actually looks pretty good. I mean, the whole market looks good. You know how the whole market looked really bad yesterday? Well, the whole market looks really good today, including crypto. So that's what you're getting. Could it be a fake out move and something happens in Iran? It's anything could happen. I mean, who the heck knows with Trump? I thought they had talks today. I think they're going to have more talks soon. It doesn't look like, according to this, it's going to happen. That's for sure. But who the heck knows what's going on? And let's see about our here's our Super Bowl. And again, Sunday we'll do a noontime show, a show at noon, and we'll do a little tailgate party, and we'll go through the Super Bowl and some of the prop bets and all that good stuff. So make sure you hang out for that and see what's going on. And it looks like Seattle has the edge right now, big time. They've had it all week, and it doesn't look like New England's going to pop up there and like take the lead on Poly market chart anyway. So that's what that looks like at the moment. And what about NG? Did offering at $10 could go higher. And let's see, Michael Anthony, what is NG? Oh, that Nova Gold. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad right there. And MicroStrategy right here. I think Luis Rodriguez had gotten a bunch of leaps on these guys the other day, and they're probably paying off pretty good. He had mentioned the fact that he did, and I know it took a huge dip yesterday. You had to be holding your breath, and then all of a sudden today it just like pops out of nowhere, and then everything goes up. So there you go, strategy rebounding pretty nice right there. Crypto rebounding pretty nice. Bitcoin still at 70,000, so it looks pretty good at the moment. And maybe it makes a base down here, or maybe it keeps on cruising. I'm not exactly sure. I'll keep an eye on it this weekend. You guys know that the Dow is flying. Things are looking good. The stock cube is green, and that's what's happening on the market this Friday afternoon, guys. So, I mean, it's a lot of craziness going on, but not a whole lot that you're going to probably trade at the end of the day right now. We'll go through the Qs and the SPY. If you want to scalp them a little bit, they've been going up the entire day here, but this is where they usually pull back. So I'd definitely be a little bit careful right there. And again, I'm not really looking at anything to purchase into next week to swing. I'm just keeping the burner calls. That's it right here, BYRN. And they are up, and that thing does look really good. The chart looks really good, and I think it will get to that 20. It could even pop up there Monday morning and come down, but that'll be fine. Get out of it then, so that'll be a good one. So yeah, that's what's going on right there in the market. What else is happening? Let me see if anything else. If I'm missing anything, let me know if you guys want to see anything. AXON, let's see what that's doing right here. Wow, look at that bad boy. Now that looks like an interesting one right there. AXON, holy cow, that does have an interesting look, I must say. That could definitely get popping right there. You might want to keep an eye on that one. Definitely looking good right there, I would say. Hold on 1 second. I'm just going to type something out. All right. All right, right there. All right. Let's see. So yeah, crypto's good, market's good. What a bounce back today on a Friday, that's for sure. Trump tweeted something out that it's going to start a bull market or something, and there you go, off to the races. And whenever he says that, you got to be paying attention, because the market likes to go up and to the right at that point, and it certainly did right here. That's for sure. So I would say we kind of went through everything that I was going to cover, to be honest with you. Not a whole lot more going on besides the market looking good going into the weekend, and we'll hope that nothing crazy happens in Iran over the weekend, and then the market should continue to go up Monday morning. That's what it looks like to me. And again, we're just holding our breath over a Super Bowl weekend, and we have no idea what's going to happen. So that's this, and let's actually go through. It's a good thing to go through your aerospace and defense. Lockheed Martin looking real good. Northrop Grumman was looking great today, guys, and it's still it's going to roll off that MACD right there and go up. That thing looks really good. Look at that bad boy. It's been running up all day, and it does look really healthy. I would say you can keep an eye on that. You can keep an eye on this AOXN as well if you like that too. That's not looking bad either. So a couple good ones right there, I must say. And what was the other one? Huntington Ingalls right here, HII. That was running up there. And I'll just cruise right through aerospace and defense, just as we always do, like this. And just look at all. Well, I mean, everything's got a green candle right now, just as I had red candles yesterday. That AXON is way down. I could see that one better right there. Looks like it wants to get ripping. I mean, we could probably pick the ones off the bottom right here and see exactly what wants to pop, because their sector is ripping right here, which is another thing you got to be paying attention to. Although the entire market's ripping. Look at FJet right there. That one could get popping. That fly wasn't looking too bad either. And GD right there is popping up. GE's popping up. GPUS is popping up. Yeah, they're all looking good. Now, that could be a little indication that something's about to happen. But again, you can't tell with the entire market ripping right now. So I can't get an exact look. On the aerospace and defense ones, they do look really good, like something could happen. That's for damn sure. But then the entire market looks really good right now. So it could throw you off. Is it because something's happening, or is it because it's reacting with the market? It could be a little bit of both, but you can't really decipher exactly. At least I can't right at the moment, to be completely honest. So yeah, and that could be exactly what they want too. So that's why I'm saying be careful. This one's an Israeli one right there. That's an Israeli one, PRZO. There's a couple of Israeli ones that we've looked at. And I'm saying just have that red flag up. Beware going into the weekend, into Monday. But if it's a solid, safe weekend and Monday solid, I would say that we're going to continue our way up and the markets are going to look pretty solid. But that's some aerospace and defense look. And they do look pretty good right there, I must say, everybody. So keep your eyes to that sector right there. And yeah, it was I just wanted to look at this real quick at the end of the day, and it was kind of bouncing around right there. It's kind of popping up a little bit at the end. So we'll keep our eye on these rare earths and see if they really want to get ripping right there. And yeah, Google, Amazon down still. That's a little odd. And your Dow surging like crazy. That's crazy, hitting all-time highs. And let's see what else happens. And I don't know. Let's see what this says. Dow jumps over 1,100 points. That's wild, guys. I mean, how crazy is that? Chip makers like NVIDIA rebounded sharply on renewed. What does that say? 650 billion. Is that minus 650 billion 2026 AI capex optimism fueling dip buying? I'm not exactly sure what everybody's even talking about. What is that thing talking about anyway with this capex thing? Bitcoin stabilizing at 70,000. So there you are with that. That was a nice little dip right there. I mean, holy cow, 59K. That's beautiful. So yeah, if you took advantage of that opportunity last night in crypto, and like I said, everything looked terrible last night. Everything looks great right now. So was at the bottoms yesterday, and the markets are rebounding right now, and they're just going to go soaring in the Monday. Well, we'll see if anything crazy happens this weekend, or was that like a little bit of a fake out move, and then something can carry on this weekend in Iran, and then the markets can react. So I don't know, guys. Something's up. I can tell you that. The markets don't usually look like this, but whenever Trump tweets something like that, the markets will pop. And so now you got everything going up and kind of throwing you off. You can't exactly tell what the heck's going on. And crypto's going up, so everybody's excited. You got a Super Bowl coming up this weekend. So lots of distractions and lots of things going on. So just keep your eyes to the sky and keep your ears open and pay attention to what's happening over there in Iran, because something could go down. I know they had talks today. I don't know how they went, to be honest, which I didn't see anything on it. I didn't see any news on it. If anybody wants to let us know, I have no clue. But yeah, they did have some talks in Iran today. And I think I do remember someone in the Discord said they were going to continue talks in a few days or something. So I'm not exactly sure what's up with that. Let's see what's up with this one right here. This one was looking good last night, that clean energy, and that did run. What else do we have? This one, Celestica. Was that CSL? Is that what that is? Oh no, that's a Carlisle's company. That was running up yesterday, looking pretty good too. And what did Reddit do? Because I had that earnings and it came way down. Wow, look at Reddit down there. Holy cow. And we were looking at this one, WXM, but that did pull back right there. This Abbott Laboratories is getting set up. Look at that crazy setup right there. That has something interesting happening. So ABT we were looking at. And this light was super bright, and it's been ripping right there. Look at that bright light right there, LITE. That's definitely flying. And like I said, that FLY not looking too bad. That's an aerospace and defense one, like some of the other ones getting set up. So I would say it's a pretty good Friday afternoon market review. Just wanted to hop on real quick, say what's up to everybody, and see how you guys thought about this crazy, crazy market like we were talking about last night and this morning. It's so wild, guys. I mean, this volatility will shake you out of your shoes, your pants, and all of your holdings right here, unless you're absolutely perfect with catching these bottoms and tops. But yeah, I mean, if you're playing the cues and you don't realize that that thing's like, obviously, if you're playing it in the beginning of the day, it's a little shaky. And then obviously, right around here, when that tweet comes out, it starts ripping. But this was crazy. We actually shorted it down, right? I believe we caught that short position right there. And then it would have been a smart thing to buy it again because then it just went straight up and to the right. Look at it. It's still ripping at the end of the day. It's up at 609 right now. It's just at 608. We were just talking about a couple minutes ago. That's how crazy this thing is. So, yeah, markets are ripping right here at the end of the day. Looking pretty good, I must say. And that's what I have for you guys. Look at the SPY doing the same thing. IWM. Holy cow, that thing's cruising along right there. And I sold my option a little too early. I had some call options on this, and I definitely sold them too early there. So that's what happens. And there you go. I would say that's a ripper too, up 9 something. Wow, what a beautiful day for the indices and everybody around, except for Google, Amazon, and Meta pulling back some. But Google, I don't know what's happening there. But that's definitely pulling back some, in Meta as well. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. And Amazon trying to rebound from them crazy earnings. They not too often that Amazon doesn't crush its earnings. Like, I mean, look how many E's I go back. I haven't seen a red one yet, except there. I don't even know what year this is. This seems like it was like 10 years ago. 2024. February. No, 2023. I'm lying. That's January 2020. So February 2023, guys, I think was the last red earnings that they had. That's pretty crazy. That was a couple years ago. There you go. That's the one that they just had there. So you had some good pullback on Amazon, that's for sure. And like I said, you haven't seen a red earnings. And they beat the earnings. I don't know what it was. It was that CapEx thing or whatever. I'm not exactly sure. Don't ask me. You know, I'm not an earnings person. You guys know that, Michael Anthony. But yeah, I think they beat the revenue. And I guess their EPS missed a little bit. I don't know what their guidance was. And then the CapEx thing, whatever the heck that is. And that made it go down. So that's what happened with Amazon in a nutshell. And yeah, that's what I pretty much have for you guys there. So I don't see anybody else has anything else. And let me see what else is going on. Still a pretty good week right there. It was a wild, wild week. You want to talk about some crazy swing? Let's just end the week talking about this. The crazy, crazy swings right here. Because look at this SPY right here. I mean, what day was Monday was the second, right? Yeah, that was the second right there. So hold on, let's get there. That was the second right there. It started off green, right? Yep, it started that. There it is. Started off green on Monday, and then it jumped up and then spiked down on Tuesday, and then it came down Wednesday. Thursday was a bloodbath. Wednesday and Thursday, and then today, look at it rebound on the SPY. How wild is that? I mean, you want to talk about a week that will shake you out of your everything right there. I mean, that is so absolutely insane. That's a crazy chart. And the whole thing's been kind of crazy, but that's some big candle action every single day. Big, big moves up and down each way, and very volatile, guys. So do I come on here every afternoon at 3? No, Michael Anthony. We usually do the live trading it live in the Discord, but Ben wasn't available this afternoon. We usually don't do it on Friday afternoons anyway, just because it's Friday afternoon. And but I thought I'd hop on here for like a half hour. That's why I just kind of hopped on after 3 o'clock and just thought we'd cover the market just because it was so wild. I mean, what a wild week, like I'm saying, to end the week with. I mean, just a crazy volatile start Monday green, 3 days straight down and then popping back up. It's pretty crazy right there. I didn't think I'd really be trading much, although we could have just played the Qs and the SPYs at the end of the day when I hopped on at 3 o'clock, because look at that thing. I mean, the SPY went up almost $1 already. It certainly did. And the Qs did. I know that. So, yeah, that's kind of crazy, guys. So, pretty wild, I must say. And, yeah, I just wanted to come on and just brief everybody, tell you what I saw, and also let you know that my red flag is still up, even though this market's bouncing today. We're going into a weekend. Your Dow's hitting over 50,000. Everybody's excited. And then Super Bowl's coming up. You have a lot of distractions going on, guys, and just think that's the main thing that they, of course, want. And you could see something happen over in Iran. You see something happening over Iran, you could see the market definitely pull back a little bit. Oil would spike, I'm sure. Certain ones would spike. Aerospace and defense, some of the drone stocks might go up. And again, it's going to be a weird one, but we got to see. And nobody knows. And again, this market's been odd all week. We've had a weird feel. Today might be the best feel it has, and that's what gives me a little bit of a worry after all them big dips. Then you have this kind of rip like this. Is it going to be a continuation, or is it a big fake out move and just catch everybody off guard? It certainly would. I'll tell you that, but that's why I'm not really jumping for it. Look at gold. It's crawling up, but you're still not crawled completely. That could dip down a little bit more right there on Monday morning. And silver, the same situation right here. They're nice crawl ups, but look at that. That's not showing you. And of course, it's on your 50 right there. It's in a good spot, but you could get knocked down. Your 20s are still over. I don't trust it completely, guys, even though you still have the SPY and this huge bounce up right here. You are kind of breaking your trends and everything, and you're cruising up pretty good, but look at it. I mean, this is coming down on you. It could come right back down Monday morning. I'm not going to lie. So I'm telling you, be cautious. Be careful what you're swinging over the weekend. That's for sure. I told you I'm up on these burner calls. It probably would be smart to lock them in, but look at it. I mean, it looks beautiful. I guess the whole market looks beautiful, but I think this one is going to hit that 20 right there. And I thought it was going to get pretty close to it today. 1530s. We said 1520, I think. So what are you like 20, 15, 20, 40 cents off, not even 30 cents off. Pretty close to it, I must say. I'll have to think about it, but it does look pretty good. I could even see this one on Monday morning bouncing down. So I might have to think about that for these last 9 minutes that the market's open and reconsider. I don't know. Maybe I have to lock in profits and not worry about it over the weekend. Maybe I'll do that because I know it's up pretty good, even though it looks so great. I'm telling you, I still have my red flag out, and I just don't know what's going to happen over this weekend, although everything looks amazing. So there you are. Which stocks under $20 look good? Probably a whole lot of what was burning at. I don't even know. There you go. There's one of them right there, Michael Anthony. We're talking about, and we were talking about this for a while, Michael Anthony, last night. I don't think you were on at the beginning of the show. I think I did this at the beginning of the show, but I was talking about this company and their products last night. They're pretty dope. And I'll show you guys real quick if you just want to see. Yeah, oh wow, that's up pretty good, huh? I'd say burner calls are up pretty nice just from today, guys. The calls from today are up over 47%. And the ones from yesterday are up even more. So yeah, obviously, because we bought them at the bottom there. But I bought different ones. That's how I know I bought some. So some of my averages got a little messed up on that because I bought some different ones. So I knew that these ones are definitely from today that are up 47% right there. I mean, I guess you got to kind of have to lock that in at the end of the day right there and just call. Oh, man, it looks so good, doesn't it? I don't know. It does look like a beauty, but it does look like you could be playing with fire right there. I don't know. Coin flip, but I say lock in profits and we can always buy them back again Monday morning. How about that, guys? How about that? We'll do it. Who cares? Let's see. What is it at? What is the spread at anyways? 70 and 95. That's a pretty big spread, huh? Let's see if it'll get even filled over here somewheres up there. Let's just see. Let me see real quick. Boom. We'll see if it goes through. It didn't go through. So that means that there's not too crazy. That's the thing with that one, Burn. It don't have the craziest amount of volume. So it had a pretty big spread right there to try to get out of them. That's for sure. Let's see. What was the volume? Not under 1 million there. So interesting. Let me see. Yeah, I don't think it filled, to be honest. And let's see. Yep, it did not fill. Yeah, it's got like a crazy spread right there, 70 to 85. So that's like pretty wild, I must say. You'd have to kind of try to shoot. It didn't fill at 85, let's put it that way. And it filled at 80. So there you go. I locked them in there. All right, I sold them. And I won't hold them overnight, over the weekend. How's that? So there you go. I'll preach. I'll do what I preach. Lock in profits, and I'm not trusting the weekend. There you go, everybody. So live on the show. I'm locking in my burner profits right there for the day. They were up and meant. Oh shit! I didn't even take a screenshot. Oh, I did. I don't remember if I did or not. I'll have to look. But yeah, they were up pretty good from today. And then I had sold the other ones too. And they were up from yesterday pretty significantly. What did you sell? Burner options right here. BYRN. We had them in the Discord from yesterday. I'll show you guys if you just want to look real quick. We caught this dip right here. So I had it at 1134 and I had like the $12 options and then I had 1250s, I think they were yesterday. I think that's what it was. 1250s. And then today's, that's how I knew, because today I had $15 options because I bought more of them today and I had bought the 15s, which it's still going up right there. I got it ripping about to hit them. And but they were up pretty significantly already. They were already up almost 50% just from today. And I said I'd take the profits. And again, maybe I'll buy it back Monday morning. It depends how much it busts up there. And I was just looking for it to get up to this 15-20 area. And then I was probably going to lock them in. So we're not too far off from there. So I'm not going to worry about that, to be honest with you. I think it was could be a smart move. We'll see you on Monday, right? If the thing jumps up like crazy, you're going to say, I wish I held them. And if it pulls back, you're going to be glad you sold them. That's the way the market works, guys. But at the end of the day, you know what the smart thing is to do? Take the profits and put them in your account. That's how you see your account consistently grow. When you don't do that and you gamble with it, that's when you can get smoked because you're up 50% on just these calls from today. And then you can see you lose all that 50% gains Monday morning like that before it even opens up. I mean, it could be down like that, considering if something happens, something in globally, geopolitically or something like that. So anyway, I'll take it right there. And Finviz has price target of 35 on Berna. Well, I might buy them again Monday morning, Michael Anthony, and that's perfectly fine. I am not worrying about it. Made some pretty good money on them today, and I'll take it. So I'm happy with that. And there you go. So yeah, from yesterday and today, sold both of the burners, and I'll take them profits all the way. Let me see. Did I take a screenshot? I don't even know if I did. I forget. I was just doing something on my phone. I don't even know. Yeah, I did actually. Okay. 47.32% for the calls today. I forgot to take the screenshot of the other one. The first one. The ones from yesterday, I forgot to take the screenshot on, and then I remembered on the second one. So they were up 47% today. There you go. So there you are with that. I forget what the other ones were up. They were up like over 100%. I took a screenshot, I think, earlier. Let me look. No, I thought I did. I had to have. I thought I did. Anyway, we had them yesterday. They were nice. I didn't have a whole bunch, and then I bought more of them this morning, and they were up too. So that's what it looked like. And that's what we do, guys. If anyone's interested, and we do this every afternoon, me and Ben and Rhett, we're always on in the Discord doing the live trading, covering the market and everything in the afternoons around 2:30, 3 o'clock, depending on the day. If there's something crazy going on, we hop on a little bit earlier. So yeah, it's if you're interested in anything like this or you like this kind of stuff, let me know. If you have any questions about the Discord, feel free to shoot me a message on X. I do respond to everybody. I try to get back to everybody within a day. And so yeah, you can ask me any questions you want. People ask me all the time about it, and I give you my honest advice. Anybody that has ever messaged me, you definitely know I always do. I tell you don't really need the VIP package. I tell you what it offers, but obviously I tell you start without it because that's way more expensive, and you can always upgrade if you like it. So I try to send you down the right path, of course, for everything we do in this, and that's what it's all about. So yeah, that's what we do in there. And again, the Berna options, we called Ben nailed that yesterday morning. We were on that all day yesterday. And if you don't know what Berna is, check it out. Well, a lot of you know because we covered it last night. I practically did a commercial, but it's a really cool product. Look at these things. They're non-lethal guns. And they shoot these like pellets that have what the heck is it called? I keep forgetting what it's called. What is that? The stuff that like makes your eyes. What the heck is that stuff? Holy cow! Whatever it is. Let me tell you, Jesus Christmas, I'm the worst, aren't I? Pepper spray. That's what it's called. The pepper spray balls. It has them, and it's kind of crazy, guys. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, let's look at. I'll show you here. I'm trying to click on the right thing, and it's not doing it. There we go. Here it is. So yeah, there you go. So yeah, these things right here, these balls that it shoots, and it uses CO2 cylinders. So it's almost like an old school BB gun. If you had one of them, or a pellet gun that had CO2 cartridges, we used to shoot them back in the day as well. Or if you used to do whippets, there you go. You know what they are too. Pull out your old school cracker and have a blast. But anyway, self defense ammo right here. But these guns, they shoot these balls. These are training ones. These are just hard plastic ones that you can just like these ones you can keep shooting, and they you can keep using them. I think I said that yesterday. Yeah, they're for practice. But these things have a burning in the throat, inability to breathe, shortness of breath. Like they have pepper spray that comes out of these balls. You smack somebody in the face with one of these things, you shoot somebody in the face and it blows up, and that starts happening. They're going to think they just got shot with a gun. I'm not going to lie. They're going to know the difference besides the fact that they're still alive, and they're not going to understand how. But that's what's going to happen to them. They'll be like, holy shit, I'm alive. They're going to say the same thing that happened to me when I got hit with a jack. In my mind, I was like, holy shit, I'm alive. That's what they're going to say, I bet, because I can't imagine you see someone pull a trigger on a gun at you, and these things look real. I mean, holy cow! You pull out like this gun right here that looks like that black one, and forget about it. You think somebody like look at these two. This one's orange, but you can get it in black. And yeah, somebody has one of these guns, they're in black like that, and they're pointing it at you. That looks like you're about to get shot. You have no idea. That's a CO2 cartridge with a ball coming out of it. You're thinking you're getting killed. And then they pull the trigger, and then the next thing you know, something hits you in the face. Yeah, you're going to be like, holy shit, I just got shot in the face. And somehow you lived. And your whole face is going to be burning. That's pretty wild, guys. I'm telling you, that's some serious self-defense. The greatest part about it is it's legal in all 50 states. You don't need a permit to carry these things. You don't need a permit for anything for it. That is awesome, guys. I love it. I'm going to get one of these bad boys. As a matter of fact, I'm going to clip the commercial that we did last night because we talked about it probably for like 15, 20 minutes, but this is a pretty good commercial as well. But yeah, burn it. Awesome product right there. I love it. I had no idea literally until yesterday when we were listening to the call and we were talking about the site. And like I said, I'll just click on the thing right there. I love that Finviz has it. And if you click on the thing, it just opens it up, like I said, to the website. And I saw that. I thought these were drones. I thought Burna was drones. And when I saw that and started looking at it, I was like completely blown away and loved it. And I definitely have to get one for my wife. Like I said, I'm definitely going to get her one. The pink one was sold out already. So here, look, you can see it. It's sold out. Where is it? It said it was sold out somewhere. I don't know where it was, but it did say it was sold out somewhere. Anyway, there you go. There you go. Pink sold out. Told you. I knew it was sold out. Yeah, you get the rose gold one though. That one's pretty cool. And the black, the orange one, I don't know. Somebody might think that's a toy gun. That's the only thing with the orange one. And I want them to think it's a real gun getting shot at you. So you might not want that. They do make pink, like cool guns like this. So if you seen that, you'd probably think you're getting shot by some chick's gun right there. But if she pulled out an orange one, you might think like, what the hell is she about to shoot me with? Like her kid's like toy gun. So I don't think the orange one's the best choice if you're trying to protect your house. But I guess they make it for some reason. I don't know. But yeah, the black, that someone pulls that out and they're firing that at you. You have no idea that's going to shoot like a ball of tear gas at you. That's what it's called, tear gas. And yeah, smash you in the face. It's pretty wild. So yeah, love the product right there, guys. Awesome product. And I just sold the options, obviously, for a really nice gain too. Look, they pull back at the. Remember, I told you I usually buy my options right at the end of the day. Right here, you get that pullback at the last minute. It happens for all of them. I don't understand why. It just is very weird. But anyway, we'll reevaluate that in Monday morning. We'll do our show Sunday afternoon, guys, noontime. We'll do a little Super Bowl tailgate party. We'll go through some of the prop bets, see what's going on. We'll see if this actually changes. It hasn't at all. It looks like Seattle's going to run away with it. That's for sure. But that's according to Poly Market, obviously. And then we'll look at some of these prop bets. They don't have them all in here. I'll have to pull up all the other good ones like the coin flip and all that good stuff anyway. And we'll find all them good guys. So that is what we'll be doing there on Sunday afternoon at noon, probably like an hour show. We'll do that and see what's going on. I guess we won't talk about Burna. And But yeah, we'll go through the market too and see what's going on. But we'll just do a little recap. And again, it's probably going to be one of these ideas if nothing has happened until the Super Bowl. Maybe nothing happens over the weekend. I have no idea, guys. Market looks crazy. We all know that it's looked wild all week. Big bounce today. So we're just taking it in stride. And luckily, we've played the market pretty well each day and have done pretty well, because I know if you were leveraging crypto, you got wiped out this week. If you were doing dumb things, you got wiped out this week. And we don't do stupid things like that. So everybody is in pretty damn good positions and good shape. And maybe we might have lost on a couple picks here or there, but for the most part, we did really well. Like I said, short and Q's down at the right time. Burn a couple other calls were on the money. So definitely, even if it was a wash week for you, I'd call that a pretty good week with the week that we just saw, with the SPY and the Qs and everybody else. I mean, it might have been one of the wildest weeks I'd ever seen. And I've been doing this for a long time. We see some crazy weeks, but this week was especially really, really crazy with that spike up Monday, 3 crazy bloody days, and a huge spike up day today. Remember, I usually say you get like 2 green days, 2 red days, and a flat day. Well, this one was like 2 greens and 3 reds, and that was a wrap. I mean, it was a crazy week. You usually don't see it like that, to be honest with you. It was a weird one, and a lot of crazy things going on. So still keeping my red flag out for the weekend, and that's why I locked in them profits. I stuck to what I preach, and I can buy them right back Monday morning if I like. Even if it bounces up higher, it's not a big deal. And that is what I have for you guys on this Friday afternoon. So I hope you guys had fun. Anybody new tuning in, thank you for tuning in here. Michael Anthony chiming in here, and everybody else that's hanging out. Oh, Mike Cavanaugh, I didn't even see that. Michael Anthony was chiming in so much. I missed what you said. You said, thank you guys for the information, updates, and education. It has been a pleasure thus far. Listening and learning. Thank you. And grateful you found my channel. I'm grateful that you found us too, Mike Cavanaugh. And I didn't even see Michael Anthony almost had your messages lost in all of his. But anyway, Michael Anthony's great too. And everybody's awesome that listens to the show. And I greatly appreciate it. So again, follow along X, YouTube, Instagram, and like the show on your way out of here. All information presented here is for educational and informational purposes only. It's not intended as financial advice. Always do due diligence. Anybody has any questions, shoot me a message on X. I do respond to everybody. And that is what we have for this Friday afternoon. I hope everybody had a great week. Enjoy your weekend. We'll be on Sunday afternoon instead of Sunday evening because it is the Super Bowl. So we'll go through some good prop bets in the market real quick, see what's going on. We'll have a little bit of fun, a little tailgate party, I'll say. And there you go. So have a good one there, Michael Anthony. And what about Roblox? Didn't see it in the report of loss. We saw that yesterday. That was actually yesterday, Michael Anthony, real quick before we head out of here. But Roblox earnings was yesterday. We were playing it. Ben played it yesterday. It dipped down today and then ran up a little bit. I actually wasn't really paying attention to it there. So there you go. And you said, Doug, do you see my question above? And let's talk a few minutes. Michael Anthony just wants to hang out and talk. That's sure. What is in the box? I didn't know what you were talking about. What box are you talking about? Sometimes I don't know what Michael Anthony's actually talking about, but what were you talking about? The box? Were you talking about the burner thing? When I was looking at that, I wasn't sure. I looked over and saw that, and I had no idea what you were talking about. But anyway, that was what was in the box. I'm not sure. And Roblox, we did look at yesterday. Reddit was yesterday as well, Michael Anthony. These both were yesterday, both of these earnings. And Reddit came straight down right there. We saw that yesterday, and it was coming down some more today. I forget what they did, but I think didn't they even beat their earnings. I completely forget, but that was actually yesterday as well. So the box you had open, what the heck box did I have open? This thing? Are you talking about this, Michael Anthony? This thing right here? Is this what you're talking about? I have no idea what you're talking about. But if you're talking about this is that burner, and I've talked about it like 50 times the last 2 days. I don't want to go over it again, but I'm not sure. If you're talking about this, hit me up and I'll tell you all about burner. I'm going to clip the commercial. I'm not kidding. I'll clip it. We've talked about it twice pretty significantly on the show the last 2 days. After I get off of here. I'm going to go on. I'll clip the segment and I'll make it its own little commercial for Berna. I'll tag them with it as well. And I'll even post the 43, 47%, whatever the heck it was. I'll even post that we are trading the options as well. I'll make a quick little video for them because the product's awesome. And there you go. So I'm not sure if that's the box you were talking about, Michael Anthony, but yeah, Reddit and Roblox were yesterday's earnings. We were talking about them in the Discord and trading them yesterday in the after hours today. That's another thing real quick since Michael Anthony kept us on. In the Discord, we get on there every afternoon and we cover all the earnings reports and everything. Ben is a master at it. I'm telling you, he has the feed that comes off of Benzinga. He pays for the feed, and then he can like analyze these things. I can only look at the chart. I've never been good at earnings. I've never understood them. And I understand why I don't understand, because sometimes they beat the earnings and they go down, and sometimes they miss the earnings and they go up. And now I understand why, only because Ben has kind of explained it from when he talks. It really doesn't have much to do with actually the earnings and the EPS. It has more to do with the guidance, it seems like. So, yeah, they can beat their EPS, their revenue can beat. And then if their guidance is bad for the future, it generally goes down. So, yeah, I am not sure exactly what desk is on my bot. What the heck are you even talking about, Michael? Oh, this thing right here. Are you talking about? I popped it up yesterday. Are you talking about this? I assume this is a stream deck. If this is what you're talking about, that box on my desk, I don't even know. What does Michael Anthony talk about, anybody? But if you're talking about this, we all bought these stream decks. It's still in the package. I hadn't even opened it up yet. Actually, I think Santa Claus brought me this one, as a matter of fact. Yeah, he did. And so, yeah, Santa brought me this one. Ben had bought his, and Rhett bought a new one. That's right. I got one from Santa on Christmas. And so, yeah, this is the stream deck right here. And this thing, you can, like, set it up with your Webull account and stuff, and then it can trade fast. I popped it up yesterday, if that's what you're talking about, Michael Anthony. If that's not what you're talking about, what big box? What are you talking about? The stock cube? Is that what you're talking about? I don't know what the heck he's talking about, guys. Michael Anthony's he's a character sometimes. He's the best, but I don't know what he's talking. I need Luis Rodriguez or Laptop Travel to help me out here. I'm not sure what box you're talking about, Michael Anthony. I know I held that up yesterday. And what did I say? It's called the Stream Deck. Yeah, and I got to set that thing up. And apparently you could set it up with your Webull, and you can program it so you could trade the cues like really quick or whatever you want, really. But you can also set it up for like the podcast and do different things like make sounds and stuff. So I did want to set it up for that as well. And you said some big box that you had on your desk that was open that had 3 rows inside of it. I have no idea what you're talking about there, Michael Anthony. I don't have anything on my desk that's a big box. I never do. I don't know what the heck you're talking about, dude. Do you see something on my desk? Point it out to me, because I have no clue what you're talking about here. So I have like the stock cube and that box and my iPad and my phone and basically some papers that have a bunch of stock notes on them like this. So yeah, I have no idea, Michael Anthony, what the heck you're even referring to. And so you figure that out and you let me know, unless you're talking about the stock cube, but you can't even see that thing. Can I even pull that over here this far? I don't know. Here it is. I didn't even know it came over. You guys, you ever see this, guys? I did commercials for it. Here's the stock cube. I have to turn around so you guys can actually see it, but that's the stock cube. But I know you're not talking about that because you can't even see it, and that it has a different size, and I have the crypto prices. So that's what I'm always referring to, guys, with the crypto prices. And yeah, that's the stock cube, but you can't even see that. And so, Michael Anthony, I have no idea what you're talking about. But anyway, there you go on a Friday. You can't confuse me anymore, Michael Anthony, than you usually do. A big box, that's all I have for you with a big box. Wish I had a big box and a gift for you, Michael Anthony, but that's all I got. So there you go, everybody. And you guys enjoy your Friday afternoon. And I'll see you guys Sunday afternoon on our Super Bowl tailgate party. So, Michael Anthony, let me know Sunday afternoon what the heck box you're talking about. We'll go through it if you figure it out, and then we'll talk about it then. So thank you, everybody, tuning in. Follow along, all that good stuff. And I'll catch you guys Sunday afternoon, and I'll see you guys. This box was slim with that 2 2 inches thick and 12. I don't know what the heck you're even talking about, dude. I really don't. I'll have to ask Luis Rodriguez or Laptop Travel what the heck you're talking about. They know the show probably better than I know this show, to be honest with you. They're on it all the time. They probably didn't even know I was hopping on. I kind of just hopped on here because, again, the market was all crazy, and I just wanted to kind of do a recap for Friday and see everybody and say what's up. So I got to ask them, Michael Anthony. So I have no idea, but I know they'll both be on Sunday afternoon. So I have to ask them what you're even talking about. I have no clue. Anyway, there you go. And Reddit right there, you said made 124. What are you talking about? Looks like Reddit made $1.24. That should go up. And Reddit's hitting that trend line down here, guys. But anyway, we'll discuss all of this Sunday afternoon, Michael Anthony. You hang out Sunday afternoon. You ask all the questions on Reddit and everything else. And I'm going to let everybody go enjoy their Friday afternoons and Friday evenings and everything else. So you guys enjoy everything. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you guys Sunday afternoon. I'll see you, Michael Anthony, and everybody else. And who is that? Mike Cavanaugh. Thanks for tuning in as always, and everybody else. So you guys enjoy your weekend. I'll see you Sunday afternoon. Have a good one, everybody.